Alright, hey, how's it going? So you say you're currently Silver 1, previous seasons you've ended Gold, you really enjoy playing LeBlanc, but as you'll see, it's so hard to get consistently high CS numbers with her, so oftentimes the game feels so garbage to play because I have no gold. This game should have been totally removed from the position I was in, so maybe some mid-game tips, not too sure anything will be helpful, thanks again. Okay, so let me get up the old notepad, we'll save this as, I guess, LeBlanc versus Azir. Wow, I've actually done a few ones now. Okay, so I'll put that over there. Come back to that at the end, write a bunch of notes. So LeBlanc versus Azir, it's actually a pretty annoying matchup, but you can sometimes get some kills. It depends how good the Azir is, but I think at a high level, this is quite an annoying matchup. Good thing is, you have a lot of gank threat on him. Now, when he uses his W aggressively like that, I think you can look to W on him just to proc electrocute. So you just like W auto and go back, and you should win the trade. I don't think you win. Okay, like maybe you still win the trade, but it's not going to be as hard if you do it like this. The reason this is bad, so the first reason, you're walking into a soldier, so like he's going to get damaged like that. The second reason is, I think opening with an auto maybe isn't the best, just because it means you're going to tank all these range creeps from the very start. I think if you W auto and you kite kind of like this way, away from the range creeps, and then W back, you can avoid most of the range creep damage, but it's like, so you do this, you take the soldier damage, you take the... Yeah, so it's basically just an even trade, when I think that should have been a good trade, because you took a lot of extra minion damage, and also you just like walked onto a soldier, so I don't think that was really the best way to trade there. Here, you really don't respect his level 2, so you need to be super careful. Like, if the enemy mid has push over you, you really need to respect when they hit level 2 when you're still level 1. The reason is obviously they have 2 abilities, but also just they trade like way harder than you at that point. So like, yeah, you lose a lot of HP for one creep there, and now it makes it a lot more difficult for you to kind of contest the lane because you've lost so much HP for free. I don't think it's realistic to get like level 2 first as LeBlanc versus here. Like, he out pushes you a lot, right? Okay, it's super not worth using W for one creep. Using Q for creeps is fine. But W's got like a super long cooldown, so you really don't want to use it. Otherwise, it'll be super easy for Azir to harass you. Like, if this Azir is smart, he just stays here, and then as soon as you've used your W, like, yeah, you're gonna take a lot of harass. Could have queued that one, but it's okay. Yeah, I mean, you're in a decent spot at the moment. Like, the wave's in a good spot. You can hit level 3. And actually, Azir is roaming top for some reason. Not sure what a level 2 Azir roam does, but... yeah, interesting. There's no way he is a kill, right? Either way, you should be... as soon as you see Azir top like this, you should start pushing the wave. Well, it depends, actually, because you could... nah, it's not going to freeze. It's going to push anyway, so you should probably just push. I'd probably save your W for the next wave and then look to push all those in. There's like no way he dies with that, right? Shouldn't be possible. So yeah, you should definitely push this in. The faster you can push this in, the more creeps you're going to deny to Azir. Yeah, that's quite bad, because I think if you'd push this, like, okay, especially now, like when the new wave is here, if you just push this wave all the way in, Azir loses this entire wave, and you're super far ahead, but instead it's like, you kind of half commit, you place a ward that doesn't really help you at all, and then you deny yourself 4 creeps, no, 5 creeps? 4 creeps, walking to this, so it's not even as good as it should be. But okay, we're probably going to kill Azir. You should, you comboed really badly here, so if you open... well, either way, you want to make sure you proc your Q mark somehow, right? So the easiest way is to E and then Q. Now, if you put a Q on him here, it's definitely getting procced by your E. Instead, you like E, and then if you did that, you'd still want a QW here, but you do WQ. So out of all of this, you never proc your mark. And I guess it doesn't... yeah, okay, it turns out that it doesn't matter, but, you know, it could have been a lot cleaner. That was super greedy. You can kill this guy, though. So I'm pretty sure you can kill that guy. So let's just check. Again, you E him. I probably would have flashed the jump, I think. But okay, you don't, and it's okay. So you should E And now Q, if you Q him, he's on very low health. I kind of understand maybe not queuing him there because it's gonna put you. Yeah, maybe you can't queue him there actually. You kind of get an auto range, but oh, he's so low. Also, notice that during this whole time, by the way, because you didn't push that extra wave, this wave here on the minimap, this wave here on the minimap, it denies you another full wave. So the main things here were you roamed, or rather, you could have just pushed a wave and you would have been in a much better spot. Instead, you denied yourself a lot of creeps. Also, if you'd comboed a bit better, you probably would have killed that Nidalee before. Okay, you base, you get the blasting wand. I don't really think that's the best buy. Personally, I would have gone Darksteel Amtome. Probably Darksteel Amtome Pink, I think is the best buy. It's like 5 less AP than what you bought, but it's a much nicer build path, and also Darksteel helps you snowball a lot. So I think that would be better. Okay, you come to lane. I think if you can freeze the wave, it would be good. You can thin it out a little. I don't really think you want to push the wave, though. But I like that you're thinning it out. Let's just see to check if you're just thinning it out or pushing it. It's a bit rough on that cannon. Okay, Azir showed bot. You're gonna push this, I assume. Yeah, the reason I don't like pushing this one where I did like before is I don't... In the last one, Azir had already shown, so you knew you had a ton of time to push in the wave, right? But in this one, you don't know where Azir is. So I think if you don't push this wave and you freeze it, he loses this wave and probably the next wave. You do need to thin it out a little, obviously. But instead, also, yeah, you really need to place your wards further out because they don't really tell you anything. Like, this doesn't tell you anything at all, pretty much. It needs to be, like, further, like, either the dot bush or, like, over the wall or something, because I don't think anyone's ever going to show on that ward. Other than, like, Azir leaving lane, I guess. But then he would always show on the like, dot ward. That pink, it's okay. The pink's okay. It could be better, but you could place it again in the, like, dot bush above. But it's fine. I think it's fine. I think you actually are in a pretty good spot. It's still hard for you to kind of contest the 1v1, but... Okay, now that he used his Q, you should look to trade pretty aggressively here. Nice. Almost good execution. What I probably just would have... Like, when he doesn't have Q like this, I think you can just walk up and QW him. Like, QW auto. But I like what you did there. You just missed the chain at the end. Now, you shouldn't extend trades with him here because you know that his Q cooldown will be coming back up. So you don't want to match any more cooldowns, I mean, any more orders with him because he's going to get his Q back. Yeah, so the trade ends up going quite bad for you even though it was like pretty even. So you needed to realize there that like you punished his cooldown originally with your cooldowns, but then that means his cooldowns are going to be up first. So you need to be kind of careful of that. Yeah, this is all good. Azir keeps pushing, he's probably dead, so he won't. I think if you aim that a little bit better, you get a couple more creeps, okay? I mean, so far your CSing isn't too bad. Now, you can definitely kill this guy. You just have to find a way to hit a chain on him and he's probably dead. Okay. Nice combo. Ooh. Pretty sure you could have killed him, so let's see. W, E, R, Q, ignite, auto. The problem is here that you stop auto-attacking. This can be a 1-for-1. Like, it would be a solo kill if Nidalee wasn't here, right? But, so like right now, you just kite up away from the Nidalee and auto-attack in between your walking. But you just like don't auto-attack at all. And then you die and he hits 6 and levels up. So that's pretty unfortunate, but it could have been a solo kill. Or at least a 1-for-1. If it had been played a little better. You still don't buy a Dark Seal. You were thinking about it, so I don't know why you didn't, but... Yeah, I probably would have gone Dark Seal. Dark Seal Amtome there. You need to have a lot of value in Dark Seal. It's a really OP item. Okay. Push I mean, yeah, this is good. This is good CSing value. You set them all up, so it's really easy to CS. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, I think you can kill this guy. The ping that he has it or he doesn't have. Okay, nice. You could have made this combo a bit easier for yourself. I probably would have done RQW, but you did. Oh yeah, no, you did. You definitely did the wrong combo. So in early game, W actually does more damage than R, which is after level 11, it's the other way around. But early game, you always want to use, if you're using one for a dash, it should always be R that you're using for dash. So this should be R first, and then I think that allows you to just QW him, and he's guaranteed dead. But you use, yeah, you use a pretty weird combo, honestly. He was low enough that you managed to kill him, but there will be times when he's just a bit higher HP, and you'll miss the kill because you combo incorrectly. Okay, we got the kill. Probably just have to chill at our tower for a bit. Okay, he used that. You could probably. I think you could just walk up in QW again. Like, you keep looking for the WEQ kind of trade, but... Or if you are going to do that, then you should EQ here, rather than doing, like, Q auto E. Oh, I mean, I can kind of understand... Well, no. I can understand why you would do it normally, because normally they dodge straight away, right? But the problem is he has so many creeps that by the time you're ready to cast your E, he just already moved to safety, pretty much. So you should be able to get all 4 of these. Definitely could have got that. I think you should be willing to use your Q a bit more. Like either Q a creep before Wing it, or just yeah, using it to last hit, I guess, at the end. When you have Ignite, you might be able to kill this guy again. Okay, good trade. Was it the best trade? I think if you had done this just with R first, that's the only thing that can be better. I like going for a short trade here. Like, I think if you do the double chain trade, he's going to get a lot of extended auto attacks on you. So I think if you just done this with R first instead of W first, you do quite a bit more damage. But overall, I liked it. That was quite smart. You get a good trade, and you can probably look to kill him in a bit longer. A little bit, I mean. So shove that all the way in. Yeah, so you need to definitely place your wards further out. Like, these wards don't really help you at all. It's much better if you can ward, like, over walls, like, down here, or in the river dot bush. And LeBlanc can always ward further out because she can get back to lane quicker. Also, she's, like, a bit safer to gank. So you can be a lot greedy with your wards and provide a lot more to your team with that. I don't think you can kill this guy without R. He's a bit tanky. It's also kind of hard for you to trade. Okay, well, now that he's used his cooldowns, you should kind of look at him. WQ. Okay, really nice trade. Actually, I wonder if you can kill him. Hold on. WE. If you flash Q ignite, but then you have to be ready to W back if he... Flash Q ignite. Then... What's his health? 312. I think... Wait. Yeah, I think you could have killed him. It would be hard to recognize, but I think you... If here you flash Q to make sure your E procs the thing and ignite him, and then when he ults you, you W back, I think you do kill him. So yeah, no, you definitely could have killed him. Maybe a bit hard to recognize in the moment. It'd be quite high level play. Okay, pretty good for the most part. Like, you made... Oh, he didn't base. He's dead, right? Nice. You played that well. You pushed us all the way in. Could set this up to make it easy to CS for yourself. Oh, we will. Nice. And then just queue that one. Good. Alright. So you base. You're the full Ludens. So you're really, really fed. Come back to lane. W that. All good. Azir's roaming top, so you should probably just fast shove this wave. I'd probably ult this wave, by the way. I'd probably RQW this whole wave just to make it push a bit faster. Or, you know, QWR or whatever you want to do. You're saving your ult cooldown, but in my opinion, it's not super worth it. I think pushing this faster denies Azir more, and like your thing will be back up anyway. Now, before roaming here, you should take a look at what HP the tower's on. I can't see it, but I think you can probably get a turret plate and roam. Oh yeah, it looks... I only saw it for a second there, but it looks really low. So I think you could have like hit that turret once and then look for a roam. Yeah, I think that's roam. You probably can't go for it now, but yeah, maybe you can kill Nidalee. The reason you probably can't go for it now is like the wave is already almost here, the next one. So actually, I think you could have just got a tower plate out of that, so you did kind of lose quite a bit of gold from that. Should be able to kill this guy. I think it's kind of an incorrect combo again. Like, yeah, you did QR, right? Let me just check. So you did EQR, yeah. So the thing is, the EQR or like the QR combo in general doesn't do much damage before level 11. So you either want to use the double chain on this guy or use the double dash to kind of stick with him. In my opinion, you should just like chain, second chain, and then look to kill him like that. The problem is you just run out of damage here basically, and I think if you'd done either of the other combos, you would have killed him, because it's like if you W onto him, you know, like QW, and then chase with R and E, like that way you can stick to him, or yeah, or you have the double chain combos. So I think there's a lot of ways you could have killed that guy, and yeah, you kind of didn't. So that sucks. It's a missed opportunity. But you're super strong now. You can definitely look to trade on. Yeah, I mean, you destroy him in trades. That guy walks up to you again. You can probably kill him. Okay, you can look to shove this in. Nice, nice. Good CSing. I think you can kill this guy with RQW Ignite when it's up. You can probably kill this guy right now, actually. Okay, kind of... That's pretty bad. Oh, you could have killed this... yeah, just, like, keep using the wrong combo, I think. Like, I think if you... How would you do this? He doesn't one-shot you if he hits you, right? Like, I don't even think he kills you if he jumps on you here, because he's level 7. I think if you just EQRW like you were doing before, you probably would have killed this guy. I think the best combo is probably, like, E... No, it's like... No, the best combo actually is to start with W. So it's like, you W back, E, and then maybe double chain, or something like that. But actually, couldn't you have double chained here or not? Let's see. No, you couldn't have. Yeah, so QR is just like super useless in the early game. Really don't recommend using it as much as you are. That's like definitely a thing that a lot of like players that are new to LeBlanc do. So it's not just a you thing. It's very, very common. But yeah, basically you really want to use the other combos before level 11. Because QR early game just doesn't really do anything. Shove that. We're going to shove this all the way in. You're making the CSing easy for yourself. Yeah, I actually like that you just like literally click it to make sure that's... It's better than missing it, right? So you're in a pretty good spot, I would say. You still haven't bought a Darksteel, which is super troll. I don't know what your aversion to Darksteel is. I also don't think you really need Mercs this game. Like, looking at it, okay, they do have a lot of AP, right? But I don't really have CC. So it's fine to buy the Null Magic Mantle, but you should still buy, like, Sorks or something. In my opinion, yeah, the MR buy is actually kind of good, but I would not upgrade this to Mercs. I would just sit on the Null Magic Mantle. You come to lane. Okay. You should look to shove this in. Oh wait, we see Azir. You could probably kill Azir with the double chain combo here. Chain him again. He's dead, right? Yeah. Okay. So you get another kill. It's all going great. The enemy bot lane comes, so you back off. And then there's some shenanigans going on. Push this in. Here I think you really need to look to push this wave and base kind of ASAP. Because you don't really have the resources to pressure the map. I probably would have been willing to use my ult to clear that. Okay, but now you definitely base. Base. The base was very greedy. Yeah, it was just like way too far up. Now you actually are going to lose quite a lot. I don't think this... Okay, well... Yeah, no, you lose a lot from your greedy base. It was like a couple things. First, I think if you'd invested your R, you could have cleared this and backed way earlier. The second thing is just like you base way too far up in the lane. You get cancelled, and it causes you to lose a lot, right? Because it's like this wave here, you can't pressure this wave, and also you miss a lot of it just because you're low. So that wave dies. Yeah, I guess you just like lose one wave in like 30 seconds of pressure. It's quite big. So you bought the Merc trades, in my opinion, not really necessary. Definitely could have been just a Sork Shoes game and build a little bit of MR anyway. Oh, that guy lives. Oh, that's crazy. So what happened here? So this guy, he's walking up, hit the wrong Q, altered. Did your W get cancelled? Oh no, you just didn't even have W. Okay, so you used W. Where did you use your chain, by the way? Oh, you used chain on him. Oh, I think again, it's just the combos thing. Like, if you like now you can look to R people, by the way, because now it does a lot of damage. I think you could if you WRQE or you QR, but like you can't really realistically kill him with that, I don't think. I think double dash or double chain is probably still better there. You can't quite get that kill. Oh, and then you overstay and die here. Yeah. Okay. Really bad death, obviously. So you come back out of base, you should run bot, which is what you do. You push that wave, you push another wave. You should definitely ult these waves, by the way. Just like WR them to make sure they die quicker, or QWR them. Q the cannon. Because it takes LeBlanc a really long time to push waves, but if you have R for cannon waves, you can push them a lot quicker. Okay, good. Got some CS. Nice pink. I think you're just kind of like... Let's see. This guy's like surprisingly tanky. If you had E... I think you actually might have killed this guy if you comboed it a bit faster. So like, if when this guy's face checking you right now, you do E, R, Q, or you just do your full combo. Like starting with E, E, Q, R, W, ignite, you probably kill him. I think the problem was like, one, he kind of like gets to walk away a bit here. Your E doesn't get the second half of its damage. He also gets healed by MF. Yeah, I think like you probably could have killed him or at least like made him like 1 HP and able to get out, but because you kind of hesitated, you kind of get caught up on. Also, if you had Sorks instead of Mercs, I think it would probably be a kill. Another pretty rough death. Come bot, clear the wave. Oh, this guy stays. It's a bit greedy. He just... Okay. Yeah, nice. Kill that guy. Big. Now you just pushing this wave. Yeah, so I guess there's like a lot of reasons you're losing CS. I don't think, yeah, for most people it's that they lose CS from kind of not being at the right place at the right time. But for the most part, you have been at the right place. You just like feel like you're a bit impatient sometimes. Like if you just like here, right? You can just last hit these melees and wait for your Ludens to one-shot this back wave. There's also times where it's just your like pure like right clicking. Like CSing on LeBlanc definitely is not the easiest champ, so don't feel bad about it. It's like a problem a lot of people have, but I think for you, you'd benefit a lot. Probably one from just like practicing your last heading a bit in like practice tool or whatever, like 5 minutes a day or something. But also being a bit more patient with your abilities. I think there are times where you could like set up the whole wave and easily kill it. Now you should be able to kill this guy, I think. I'm pretty sure if you, with Ludens, if you walk forward, W this back wave so that it dies to Ludens and then EQR him, he's probably dead. Yeah, you're looking at his items. I think he's dead. Okay, so you miss a kill in my opinion. Yeah, I really think like yeah, I really think right here you just W and W here. Well, there's like a couple things you could do. You could either walk forward and RQWE him, or you can walk forward and WQRE him. I think either way probably kills him. Depends kind of how safe you want to be. But yeah, I think you could have got a kill there, but okay. We back out. Now here, I don't think you should... Ooh, yeah, you kind of... You probably need to just instantly push one more wave before basing. I'd probably quickly WR this wave and then base. Because like that tower's gone already, right? And now the side wave bot kind of end up a little not that great. But I mean, you get all this farm here, so it's not really a bad outcome anyway. Okay. You should keep pushing this for sure. Like, you don't need to be scared of anyone right here. You're coming mid. Well, I mean, if Lucian's not going to farm mid, I guess you should farm mid. Yeah, I guess you're right to do this, but it also feels like Lucian should be here. This is kind of what I mean about just like the randomly bad CSing. Like, you know that you can kill most of this wave with like a QW here, or a WR, but instead it's like you mess up those creeps. Now you don't have R for these creeps, so they're all gonna die too. I don't know, you just like make the CSing like way harder for yourself. Like, wait, you got 3 on this wave of 7? Whereas I think if you literally get 3 guaranteed if you just W here straight away. So I think this kind of just comes like with a bit of time, I guess, but you just need to practice it a lot more and be more conscious of it, I suppose. Okay, coming out bot. Yeah, like W the wave, you just get all of them. There's literally no thought involved. This is how it should be. Like, you reach the point on LeBlanc where you don't need to think about CSing anymore, and as long as you stack them up in the right way, it's super easy to just kill them all. Okay, Warner's fight, I think it's good. Actually like the combo there. You got a lot of damage on a lot of people there. You got an auto attack on Lucian as well. Okay, so right now you should run straight back to bot. Like, the fight's already over. And you need to get on that bot wave and take the bot tower. Okay, so you go there a little late, but you do realize. You push this in. Should be another wave in bot tower. Again, just WR these waves. Like, you don't need to hold on to your R for anything. You'll get a lot more CS if you just... Especially cannon waves. Like, not every cannon wave, obviously, right? But in the mid game, you can normally use your ult on cannon waves in the side lane and just make it a lot faster. Again, like, you make the CSing super hard for yourself for no reason. Like, this is 7 creeps, right? You have 163. I think if you just WR, you get basically every creep here. Instead, you get what, like 3? Yeah, so you made the CSing just like actually impossible or like real difficult for yourself. But anyway, we take the bot tower. You can just double... I think you just double chain this Nasus. Like, yeah, you're kind of greeting for the Nidalee, but I think if you double chain this Nasus, he's like the most fed member, and you just kind of kill him for free. Instead, you like greed for that guy, and now... Oh, it looks like you guys still kill him, right? Or maybe not. No, he gets out. So this was like pretty bad. I think you just double chain this guy. If you are going for Nidalee, I mean, actually, you could have done what you did, where you like went for Nidalee first, but then you should still put the second chain on this guy. Like, it's just a super free kill, right? Because you kind of use all your abilities on someone else, he dies. Lucian ends up overchasing, and it's like, is it your fault that Lucian overchases? Like, no, but you could have prevented it if you just used your abilities better. This is pretty bad now. Although you can probably get out. Nice. Yeah, pretty nice. Yeah, okay, nice. Just kind of smurfing. You can get out as well. Keep running. W over the wall, I think. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you have a low enough CDR that you can probably just run forever. Okay. Base. Okay, I mean, you're really fed, so you come back on the map. Your team kind of dies without you, but not much you can do about that. You can probably kill their backline here. Nice. That's one. I don't think you really do anything to Nasus unless you have your team nearby. Yeah, like you don't do any much damage to him. You're only really there to CC him. Probably kill this Renata. Can you base? Oh, no, it didn't base. I mean, you have a decent flank. I think you could also kill Azir. I think right here, if you like WRQE, you probably kill Azir or get him very, very low. Actually, you probably just kill him. Oh, you went on Nasus, but I think you could have killed this Azir. And actually, you can maybe stop this dragon. Like, if early on, or even if you walk around here with Sweeper, you might just be able to QRW him. I think you should have been looking at Azir here. He's like the strongest damage dealer right now, other than Nasus, but you can't kill him without your team. And you could have probably stopped him from DPSing Baron. I mean, Dragon. That guy's crazy. That was a bit unlucky. Probably just need to wait for the cooldown to be used, but I can kind of understand making the mistake. I feel like the bigger mistake was already made. Come bot. I mean, yeah, there's actually no way you kill that guy without your team. Very close. I think here as well, like, I think you're greeting the QR combo quite a bit. I think here you could probably just, like, RQW for a quicker trade, and also it'd be AoE. Or you could just WRQE. Like, I don't know. If you hit the chain, I mean, I guess it probably is a kill if you hit the chain. So, I don't know. I guess I kind of like it. But it is quite greedy, I think. They have a lot of sustain, so if you don't get a kill, it's pretty useless. So, and my bot pushes. Again, I'd highly recommend ulting these waves. Or maybe not that one, because you're kind of having a fight, but... I don't even think you can get out. You guys are so strong. Okay, you cut the waves, that's smart. Base, you have Rabadons. You do a ton of damage to anyone that's not Nasus, pretty much. They're on Baron, there's not much you can do about it. Yeah, I think Nasus dies here. Or maybe not. You just die. Honestly, well, because you have Rabadons, I don't think there's any point looking at Nasus. Like, he's all MR. If you'd gone Void, maybe you can look for him. I think here, if you walked around and actually had a look at their carries, you actually might be able to win this fight, because Azir's not even here. So it's like, the rest of their team has to turret dive with no minions. So I actually think, yeah, if you target selected in this fight a little bit better, I actually think you might have won that fight. And the game just ends, right? Okay. So let's bring up the old notepad. So the first thing, I'm gonna start with all the LeBlanc specific stuff. So first off, combos can be a lot better. So right now you have like the biggest QR boner in the world, but it should be like, so early game, double chain for all ins / ganks, or double dash, quick, hard, it's like a quick, double dash is like a quick trade that's very hard for the enemy to respond to. So you can do that if you just want like a really quick trade. That's very safe as well. But in the early game, the double chain is kind of king. The only reason you have to be careful of using it is that if your opponent has a lot of sustained damage, like Azir, if the trade is too long, then you can start losing the trade because of that. So, yeah, I don't know. Against most champs, you want to use double chain. Even in this game, there are a lot of times where you would want to double chain Azir and you probably could have killed him. But also double dash can be quite good. But basically, like, do not use QR before level 11. It's like always going to be like way less damage. Also, before level 11, W does more damage than R. So you should always in the early game look for RWQ rather than WRQE. That's another one. I think other LeBlanc specific things. So around the CSing, it's like a couple things. So first off, well, no, I'll write a CSing section. So the first one is like, you do just need to practice last hitting, say like 5 to 10. I'll probably say like 5 minutes a day in practice tool. I think that'll make you a lot better at last hitting. You can just try last hitting it with literally just a corrupting part, and you'll like get a lot better at the timing. The next thing, I guess it's more LeBlanc specific as well, but in mid game, don't be afraid to use. Actually, this isn't even in mid game. Just like all throughout the game, don't be afraid to use R on minion waves. So it's like, you don't want to use your R on a minion wave and then need to walk to a fight and not have your R, you know? But there's a lot of times where, like, say, Azir's based and you want to base, or... Hold on, I'm yawning. Or, like, you're pushing the side wave and... yeah, like, you're pushing the side wave and there's no one there and you just want to push it as fast as possible. Like, especially on cannon waves, you can literally just, like, double dash and nuke the wave. So... that can be really good to look for. Other LeBlanc specific things, I think you did have good flanks for the most part. Yeah, I mean, it was like the combos. The combos were really problematic. I think you missed a lot of kills from bad combos. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think for the most part it was like the bad combo. Also, like, thinking more about setting up the creeps for CSing. Like, there's so many times where you're just using your W and it doesn't quite kill them, and then you just miss half the wave. Like, if you miss CS in the early game as LeBlanc, it sucks, but it's just like a hard skill, you know? But if you miss CS in the mid game as LeBlanc, like, in terms of you're actually at the wave but you're missing it, that's really unacceptable, because you can guarantee most of the wave just by prepping them a little, you know? You don't have to W instantly. You can literally order them all once. You could Q1, order the rest once, and W them. Like, there's a lot of ways. But I think you kind of realize it's just like maybe you need to think about it a bit more. Just like be a bit more conscious of it, I guess. And I think maybe now, after you've seen how much CS you lose for free, because honestly, you're saying your thing about like how your CS field's low and like maybe some mid game tips. But to be honest, you're actually in the right place in the mid game most of the time, in my opinion. There's some times where you could push the side lane a little bit more, but the problem is you just miss probably about half of every wave on average. Like, you just miss a lot of CS. So yeah, you really need to work on that. So yeah, the CSing, I think you could push sideways a bit more. Like, not that you're not going to them, but sometimes you leave them too early rather than pushing an extra wave. But honestly, it's like, it's not going to matter because you need to get, it's not going to matter yet because you need to get the actual, you need to get the actual CSing. I guess I should copy this down here. Just like, I don't know, be really focused on getting all 6 CS on every wave. In mid-game especially. Like, in laning phase, it's somewhat forgivable. LeBlanc, she's not the strongest laner. It is difficult to CS with her early. But once you have Ludens, there should be no excuse for missing waves anymore, in my opinion. So, other than that, then we have the early games, the actual lane phase. I think you could have punished Q cooldown a bit more. There were times where he kind of used it and didn't really get punished for it. But I think for the most part, your early game was kind of fine. You didn't have any like really weird roam timings. I think, oh yeah, so your wave control, I think wave control could do some work. So there were times where I think here you probably should have freezed it. There was the other time where you were like slow pushing it where you should have fast pushed it. And also that time really early in the game, like here, this is super bad. Because like, okay, Azir shows top, that means you should push, right? Now, if you push slowly, like it's a mistake, but it's okay. You can maybe deny more, but do not leave the wave when it's in this state. Because it's like, so you deny yourself 4 creeps right then. You messed up the combo, remember that? And then you deny yourself another 6 creeps. And you kind of miscomboed on this guy. I'm going to also say that. So EQ as a combo, like, I don't know why you didn't use it much, but anyway. So yeah, you denied yourself basically like 2 full waves almost of CS. I think itemization there probably should have been Dark Seal. By Dark Seal. It's so OP. So the wave control, it's like learning when to push / freeze to deny the most minions, basically. So yeah. But yeah, you push this all the way in. Just gonna skim through and see if there's anything else. This was all fine. Collected that wave. Oh yeah, there was that one. Oh yeah, so here you could have killed him if you'd kept autoing. Just a mechanical misplay. Or not even mechanical. It's just like you needed to know what had to happen there. It's kind of hard to teach something like that. I feel like it just comes with LeBlanc games, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Which is, oh, another thing is that your warding. So warding needs to be a lot better. Like deeper wards, not just line bush. Like basically, LeBlanc, she has a lot of mobility, so she's very safe from ganks. Which means you can often be greedier with your wards. You can ward stuff like raptors. You can ward stuff like dot bush. You can ward enemy buffs even. Basically, just try create a bit more pressure with your wards. Like right now, you just ward the literal bare minimum. And it doesn't really do anything for your team or for anyone. Oh yeah, use the wrong combo there. We talked about that. Should have been RQW. Use R first. Come back here. Just skip through this. Oh yeah, this was the one where we could have killed him, right? If you'd played it really well. So I guess that again... but you get the kill anyways, so... kind of whatever. Push, base. Oh yeah, here... So here... this actually was kind of big, so it's like you push in the wave, right? You don't check that this tower is like almost like another plate gone. And then also it's like when you go for this roam, there's a lot of things about this roam that don't even look that good. So like one, the next wave is like almost here anyway. So that's not that great. Next, you have no sums. Next, they're full HP. And your jungler's on the other side of the map. So like I think you can tell kind of right away that this roam doesn't look super good. If you went for deep wards instead, I can understand that. Again, this ward doesn't really help much. I don't think anyway. And yeah, you probably could have killed this guy with a different combo. And so yeah, you basically like, you missed out on the tower plate. You missed out on the Nidalee kill. So there was like a lot of gold that you just missed basically. Oh yeah, and here, this was a super bad death. So again, it's like, now after this, right? If you are staying, you need to kill this wave as quickly as possible so that you can base again. So I would probably use your R here now that it's up. Clear out that wave. And then you need a base, definitely in a safer position. Like you had W up like 2 seconds, I think, when you started recall. Like, yeah, so you could W further away, make it harder. Because your base gets cancelled, you lose a lot here and then you die after. So this was a really big swing and goal because it's like you missed that wave essentially, right? You also miss a wave. Oh wait, no, you didn't die here. I was thinking of a different time. My bad. The merc treads. Oh yeah, so itemization. I'm actually just gonna put itemization. Itemization like Dark Seal. I understand why when merc treads, but if they have AP but they don't have CC, so if AP but no CC, just buy. I think it's called Null Magic Mantle. The 450 gold MR item that builds into mercs and swords. So this game, like, if you really need MR, you could go Banshees, but I don't think you need it. I literally think you buy the Null Magic, you just sit on it for the whole game and never upgrade it into anything, and it'll do just fine. Yeah, so another... Oh yeah, it was like here. You kind of overstayed with low HP. It was pretty bad. I actually think you could have got out, even here. It's like, he flashes on you. If you instantly W... no, actually, you're probably dead. Push down the wave. Could have done that with R. It's kind of slow combo on that guy. I think from now, you're just kind of a bit too weak. Could have pushed that top wave a bit further. Come bots. Yeah, I mean, this was all good. Push bot, you get the bot tower. Oh yeah, here, this was another really bad timing, so I think here you should just recognize that if you double chain this guy, like, you definitely kill him. And he's their strongest member at the moment, and I don't think you care that much about this Nidalee. And because you greed here, like, this was really, really bad. This is more just, like, skirmishing knowledge in general, but this caused so many problems. Like, he lives, Azir gets a shutdown, and then I think one more person dies here, right? Braum dies, maybe? Oh, no, Braum actually got out. You did play it well at the back end, so I like that. You managed to get out, so... yeah, I mean, you did that well. I actually think you played team fights reasonably well. This guy, I think you could have killed. WR. Skip through. Is there anything else that I missed? I don't think. Yeah, okay. I think the game's pretty much over here by here. So, in my opinion, your mid game and team fighting was actually fine. It wasn't like the best, right? But it's definitely not the thing that's holding you back. In my opinion, the biggest things that hold you back are, first off, a lot of LeBlanc specific stuff. So like your combo usage, your just like general things like this. Yeah, these are really holding you back. You miss a lot of kills from poor combos, in my opinion. So that'll make a big difference. It'll be like a lot more gold. And that is hard. Like, admittedly, LeBlanc takes a lot of games to kind of recognize immediately which combo to use. But hopefully, like, I kind of showed you a bit, like, when you should use the combos and why. So hopefully that'll help you. The CSing, I think you can improve a lot, mainly by, like, just practicing your last hitting a little more, not being afraid to use R on the minion waves, like in the mid game, and also just being like really focused on getting all 6 CS. Like, ideally you auto attack them all before so that your W gets them. You don't want a W and then have to last hit them, you know? You want your W to kill them. So think about that, because it's like, if you W when they're on full HP and they all go down to 1 health, that still means you need a last hit every single one of them, right? But if instead you do it the other way around, if you auto each of them once and then you W them, you just get all 6. So you should think about that a lot. Then in your early game, like, again, your laning, it could have been better, but for the most part, like, your laning was actually, it was like fine for silver level, right? It was like, you could probably punish his cooldowns quite a bit more than you were. I'm gonna actually change this to punish cooldowns more. Like, yeah, you should definitely look to punish his longer Q cooldown and stuff, but, like, yeah, LeBlanc can't do a ton of stuff in the pre-6 laning phase, but yeah, like, your wave control was a really big thing. It's kind of like, yeah, made it hard. So to work on kind of in order, so like, I'm gonna say LeBlanc specific stuff, like, either watch VODs or just play more games, like, think about which combo to use, basically. Like, you just need to get a lot better at that. It's probably just going to take some time. The next thing, itemization. I'm not even going to write it down. It's easy for you to fix this game. The warding, I think the warding's a big thing. So try create value with your wards. If you can, like, ward camps / river where they kind of, like, cover a wider area, that can be quite useful. The wave control. So again, this is just like when to push / when to freeze / when to keep wave in the middle. Yeah, it's basically just comes down to which one you can use at the time to deny the most creeps. And it's hard to give you a rule about, like, when to push and when to freeze, because it's like, you know, there will be times where you want to push and there will be times when you want to freeze, and, like, yeah, I don't know. So I think you should just kind of evaluate the situation, see if, like, you can deny a lot of creeps by pushing it, like if he's not there, or if you can freeze it, stuff like that. So the wave control can be improved quite a lot. And then the actual just CSing. So this is like last hitting, go to practice tool, prepping creeps better, so you can, like, just W them or WR them. But I actually think you're in the right place at the right time most of the time. So yeah, I think these are the biggest things for you to work on. You know, there are definitely some smaller things, like, for example, your itemization or punishing cooldowns or stuff like that. But I think these were definitely the biggest things. I think your wave control and warding will make your early game just like a lot cleaner overall. LeBlanc specific stuff will help you so much. Like you've missed, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 kills, and probably more because you would have been fed enough to kill other people with it. And then obviously the CS thing. So I think you've kind of said it's like a mid game thing maybe, but in reality, it's just that you were just missing too many, and most of them aren't from last hitting. I actually feel like most of them are kind of from you trolling, or not trolling, but you just like mispreparing the wave pretty much. So I'll copy paste this to you. Let me know if you have any questions about anything and if it was helpful or not. And good luck on the climb. Obviously, if you struggle like implementing anything, just let me know. I'll try help you out. But yeah, thank you, man, and good luck.